So now, just like she told me, when she graduates, she gonna be able to kill them on overtime. And she is. I'm watching her work overtime, 4, 5, 6, 7 days straight, 16 hours. Many times, she's getting time and a half. Certain days is double time. Then, at certain holidays, she getting triple time. She killing them. I'm watching her paychecks, $45, $55, $6,500 every 2 weeks. She's killing them. If she got a regular paycheck, it's still $3,500. The problem is coming in because no matter how much overtime she work, no matter how much money she get, she spend it all. Before her next paycheck, she got very little or no money at all left over. Now, in the beginning, I get it. You know, you start making money. You know, you want to enjoy yourself, do a lot of things that you wasn't able to do. But it kept going. Now, one of the things that happened was over the years, she had messed her credit up, okay? Her credit was messed up. She couldn't get a credit card. She couldn't even get a bank account. One of the things that she told me she had done was she had gotten payday loans years before that she did not pay for. Okay? This is her talking. And she was still, once again, tied into payday loans again somehow. They didn't let her get a bank account, but she started getting these loans again. Now here it is. She's an RN, got a degree. She's clearing 6 figures a year now. And she's tied into payday loan and ain't got no bank account. Now, she used to have me go with her to the check cashing place to cash her check. And at the check cashing place is where she had been getting payday loans at. So I tell her one day, I said, hey, what are you doing? She said, I'm filling out the paperwork so I can get another loan. I said, wait a minute. You just worked all these hours overtime, right? And you're going to get a $500 loan. Why is that? She said, because they taking $500 out of my check, so I want to replace that $500 and get another loan. I said, you're not making sense. Look, you tied into these loans. You get $500, okay? They charge you $75 for 2 weeks to your next paycheck. You're doing this twice a month. You're giving away $150 to get money that you don't even need. Make it make sense. Your paycheck's $35, $45, $55, $6,500. Why you need $500 loan? And she thought about it. And at that point, she actually stopped getting the loans. Okay, now, not long after that, we go so she can cash her check one day. And she comes out and tells me she was in an argument with the cashier in there. Because the cashier told her that there's no way she could have a check this big from employment. This had to be an income tax check. And I guess the argument was because they charge more for income tax checks to cash than a regular paycheck. So we got to talking in the car, and I told her, I said, listen, you really need to start saving some money anyway. You know, you got to get focused because you're spending so much money, and it don't really make no sense. I said, what I'll do is I'll open another bank account and see if they'll let me add your name to it. That way you'll have a place to cash your check. And I also started talking to her. I said, look, we're really in a really good place right now. I said, because when you analyze the money that you making now, all this overtime you working, and the money I'm making out here on the corner right now, look at our monthly bills. I said, the bills at our apartment right now, with car payments, is only $1,500. With the money that we got coming in every month, we could really do some things now. We can set ourselves up in a situation where money is never, ever a problem, ever. I said because with the things that I know with real estate was really big at that point in time. And then all the things I know about business, I said we could take just a little bit of money and invest it in something small and grow it to something big. I said right now, one of the best things that I see is us opening up our own corner store. And the reason why, because I had learned a whole lot about the corner store business in the years prior, but now I'm out here at this corner store. The guy who owns the store, me and him has gotten real close. So he been talking to me about actually opening up my own store. And he giving me step-by-step details on everything he did just 3 years before to open up this store. And one of the things he told me was that it didn't take nothing but $10,000 for him to get this store open. And 3 years later, he's seeing a profit of $20,000 a month. Now that's really something. To make $20,000 a month on a $10,000 investment in less than 3 years' time, there were some good numbers there. But he wasn't just talking because this wasn't the first store he owned. And also, I had knew a lot of other people who was in the corner store business as well, and many of them are telling me the same thing. How they started, the money they making, all the steps you got to take. And with the situation we in and the money that we got coming in our household, I told her, I said, look, all we got to do is just set aside, let's just say $2,000 a piece each month, which is easy for us. Hell, she's spending more than $2,000 every single paycheck and ain't got nothing to show for it. So I'm telling her, look, we set aside $2,000 a month each. You put the $2,000 in this account and put $2,000 in this account. And give it a few months, and we'll have more than what we need to even get started. And that way it's easy to do. It ain't no strain on us. It ain't like we going to try to take out a loan or we trying to invest everything we got. We just going to take our time and we'll have the money in a few months. Easy money. Now, in the beginning, she agreed because she understood what I was telling her, because I was like, listen, you think about this. We open a store, okay? And even if we don't get it up to doing $20,000 a month like he doing, if we got $10,000 a month, that's another $100,000 coming into our household on a $10,000 investment. And what happens is that opens up a lot of doors for us to invest in many other things, real estate, other small businesses. Again, always starting small and just building it up. And we could put ourselves in a situation financially that money is not a thing. Because now when you want to go buy a car, the sky's the limit on what you could get. When you want to go buy a house, the sky's the limit on what you can get. Because we put ourselves in a situation where money is not a thing. And I said, look, even if you decide to continue to blow your money like you've been doing, living this lifestyle, all you're really doing, out to eat, shopping, movies, hanging out with your girlfriends, taking trips. Even if you continue to live that lifestyle, guess what? It doesn't matter, because we got this money coming in over here so you can still live it but still have money. Now she understood. At least she acted like she did. So time goes by, and one day I just happened to be opening up the mail, and I checked the banking statement that came from that bank account I opened for. And I just happened to open it up and check it, and I seen her deposit, her check go in. Before the next deposit, very little or no money in there. Same thing with the next one. Deposit go in, very little or no money in it. So I go to her, I say, hey, what's going on? We're supposed to be putting this money up, so we can get into the business thing. And she was like, yeah, I'm going to get on top of it. I'm going to do it. And I was just like, okay, this is prime time for us to do this right now. It's the best time for us to do it because it's easy like this. And she agreed she was going to get on top of it. So next month come, same thing happened, but I'm checking when I check the bank statement this time, I see one deposit go in, boom, no money. No more deposits. So I go to her and I say, hey, what's going on? You ain't cash your check at the bank? She say, oh, my friend, one of her co-workers, her girlfriend, took her to another bank to open up an account for her. And I'm like, what is that about? What's going on? Well, what I ended up finding out what had been going on is the conversation that I've been having with her about us investing money. She been going to her friends and family members and she got this sob story to them. Because it's, again, one of these narcissistic traits and what they do. They got this sob story to make everybody feel sorry for them. She's telling them that I've been trying to control how she spends her money. This is a story she's been telling everybody. And so she not telling them that I'm talking about investing money and putting us in a situation to where we doing good. She just telling them I'm just trying to tell her what to do with her money, stressing her out about us opening up a business together. Oh yeah, this is what she telling people. Blew me away when I found out. So I had asked, I said, well, what about, what we talked about? You agreed with it. I thought you thought it was a good idea. Well, that's when she said, yeah, well, I don't care about none of that. See, I'm happy just paying my bills. That's all I want to do. I don't care about none of that. You take your money and you go do all that. Blew me away. I said, okay, you ain't said nothing to me because, see, here's the thing. In the 2 months that we supposed to been doing this together, I had saved up my $2,000 a month. I got $4,000 set aside just for that. Now, I just found it kind of crazy that somebody who bring in about 10 grand a month couldn't come up with that money. But here it is, I'm out here on the corner and I got it. But okay, so now this is my focus. I'm focusing on me doing this on my own. I said what I'll do is give myself 5 or 6 months of saving this money up, and then I have more than what I need to get started just in case, because I'm on my own here. Now, I'm working towards this. The guy that owns the store, he got a restaurant in the back of the store. Now, he had came to me on several occasions already asking me would I be interested in getting a place. And my thoughts on it was no, because my mind is thinking on something a little bigger, get my own store, and I can put my own restaurant in there. And at the same time, at that point, I hadn't seen nobody with a store or with a small restaurant in the back of a store that was actually making money. So I couldn't see the money in it. I'm going to focus on on my goals and what I want to do and stay on that. But as time went on, he continued talking to me about it. Okay? One day he come outside. He said, hey, you see that couple right there that just left? I said, yeah. He said, they about to go get the money to bring for the restaurant. Now, I'm going to ask you one more time. And do you want to get this place? Because I would rather have you in there than anybody else. Because I done seen how you work. I like your grind. I want you in there instead of them. So I'm giving you one last opportunity. So I go in there again. I done looked at the place before, but I never really thought about actually being there. So as I go inside and I'm looking and I'm vibing on it and I'm thinking about what I can do and I'm thinking about the money that I got, this could be my start and grow to something bigger. But it's something I can do right now. And I told him, yeah, I'll take it. And from that point on, I started working, getting things together so I can open up. Menu, buying different things that I needed, things I wanted, painting, doing all the stuff that I wanted to do to get it set up and ready. Now, one day, me and her talking, and I tells her, yeah, I'm about to open up the restaurant inside the store. She said, what are you talking about? I thought you was getting your own place. I said, yeah, I was, but it's going to take me a little while. So I'm going to start right here and just build up from that. First thing she say, oh, don't nobody want to buy no food in the back of no store. That thing ain't going to make no money. You wasting your time. I said, yeah, we'll see. And her whole demeanor just changed.